Welcome to Beers with Brian, and I'm Brian. This is the Over the Hump edition. Keep washing your hands. Well, we may have finally peaked. Yes! But things aren't changing anytime soon. Boo. This episode is in support of the Huggers. Yes, all you people out there who are desperate for human contact, this episode is for you. Social distancing is ruining your lives, but I think the Huggers are probably the optimists of the group and will make it through. They're probably inventing a secret hugging society as we speak. Virtual hug. Well, it's been a crazy 5 weeks, 2 months, 37 days. I don't know what the official timeline is of how long we've been quarantined, but our lives have been changed forever. I predict that we're going to see some major semi-permanent changes over the next few months. Number one, I think social distancing is the new norm. Get used to 6 feet of separation from everybody because it's going to be that way for a while. I think large gatherings are gone through the end of the year. They've already locally banned them until the end of June, so maybe July 4th we get a chance to get together and watch fireworks. I don't know. I think it's going to keep being extended for a little bit longer. This means no concerts, no conferences, and no spectator sports. Ugh. That means football this year is going to look a lot different, which I think is going to have a really big ripple effect. There'll be maybe tailgating at home, parking lot parties. Will people be okay with watching all the games on TV and devices? Will athletes be able to get up for the big game with nobody in the stands? We shall see. School. I think e-learning is here to stay through the end of this year. But kids are going to be at home this fall. And while you're out there posting your senior pictures on Facebook and Instagram, we're going to have 2 or 3 classes that virtually graduate. That's going to be interesting. Speaking of which, we're still sponsoring a teacher over here. For $20, they can get a bottle of wine or a growler filled with some Brokerage Brewing beer, and $5 will be donated back to the school council of the teachers. It's grown from West Lafayette to other school systems too, so that's kind of cool. All right, another change, the economy. Oh man, let's face it, there are going to be businesses, both small and large, that are going to go down. They're not coming back from this thing. It's going to be bad. There'll be whole industries that get hammered. I don't think this is going to be a V-shaped recovery. I think it's going to be more like a flat U recovery. It's going to take a while to get everybody back to work. I think work from home, just like e-learning, is here to stay. Relatedly, I think a lot of companies will have figured out how to get the work done with less people, and so there's going to be a lot of unemployment out there, and hopefully there'll be some new jobs being created for those people to fill. I think none of this addresses the possibility that there could be a second wave of corona hitting us and letting all this stuff happen again, and doing this for months and months more, maybe even a year or more. Who knows? I feel like that's a little pessimistic, but it's a possibility, and anything's on the table right now. So that's a lot of pessimism for you. Here's a little optimism. Be flexible. Be prepared for these changes to be long-lasting, but find opportunity in it. Maybe it's more time with your family. Maybe it's a chance to get that side hustle turned into the job of your dreams. Remember, pivot. Finally, relax and enjoy a beer. Speaking of which, my beer recommendation for this week. There's not very many choices on our menu right now, but they're all really delicious beers. This is called Always a Dragon. It's a 5.4% ABV and 32 IBUs brown porter. Oh man, that's good. All right, so the brown porter originally was an English beer, came over to America. The Americans adopted it and made it their own. So full-bodied, a little bit of hop flavor, not a lot. You're gonna get some smokiness, some maybe lightly burnt kind of flavors, coffee, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of bread crust. It's a good one. This one is actually one of those dark beers that you can drink all year round because it's not like too heavy. Yeah, that's a good one. Changes at BB&Co. How about a field trip, everybody? Want to see the new brew house? Let's go. All right, here we go. We're going into the new brew house. This is employees only, but I'm going to make an exception for you. All right, here we have our grain room. You can see all the different types of grains we have. We got oats and black malt and honey malt and brown malt and pilsner malt. Our grinder, our grain mill there. So that's where we get all the grains that we use to make your beers. And if you come right this way, our cooler for hops and yeast. This is our beer bench. Our brew house is set down a little bit lower, but this allows us to lift the beer up out of the cooler and send it over to the... Alright, so this is our new brew house. This is a 5-barrel Blickman system. We have a 10-barrel hot liquor tank so that we can double batch if we want to make a larger batch. 5-barrel boil kettle, 5-barrel mash tun. Over here we have our fermenters and bright tanks. We have 2 5-barrel fermenters and a 5-barrel bright tank. That's about 50% larger than our current 3.5-barrel system. And then we have our big guys, if you double batch, we got a 10-barrel fermenter and a 10-barrel bright tank. And this will do about 3 times of what our current system does. So Corey won't have to brew over and over and over the same beer all the time. He can make a little bit bigger batch. So we are like this close to firing the system up and excited to make some beer for you guys out of it. All right, let's go. I hope you liked that. That was a cool little tour of our new brew house. This weekend's best bets. Well, I don't even know what a weekend is anymore. It seems like the weekends and the weekdays are all blending together. So there's 1,000 quarantine guides out there of fun stuff to do. Go find one, pick something on that list, and do it. Next week, Guac Bach, Tuesday, which would have been Song Bingo, which is canceled, which is so sad. Wah, wah. EMT on Friday. So come on down, get yourself some food truck, get out of your food rut and eating the same 10 things you've eaten over and over again, and get yourself some food truck food. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Stay safe, everybody. Keep washing those hands. Cheers.